Copywriting your book is something that can often sound scarier than it actually is. There is this reality that it is a legal binding document in some ways. It is an asset that is going to outlive you. If something happens where somebody steals your book or they infringe upon your copyright, you are using this copyright to show that you legally own the content in the book, and you're bringing that to court. Now, that is a situation that's most likely not going to happen, but it is a situation that could happen, which is why a copyright is so important. Today, I'm filing the copyright for Unbound, and I'm going to take you along with me on the step-by-step process that really only takes 15 to 20 minutes. I have a new phone stand that I'm using for the first time today to show this to you guys. Now, this is Unbound, a Magi novel. It is the book I'm copywriting. You don't need the physical book with you. I just have it because I've been working on a few different things related to Unbound this morning. But this is the 4th book in the world of the Magi, and the 5th book I've published total, if you're counting the book I co-authored, Theater of Memories. So this is not my first time copywriting. I've done it a few times before. I watched a lot of videos, I did a lot of reading on how to copyright your book when I first went to do it with the Magi, so this is the ultimate step-by-step I created. So we're going to be following this today. I got it directly from Abby Emmons' video. I followed her step-by-step, and this is what I created from it. Now, this is specifically for if you are in the US. You are going to navigate to the US Copyright Office and scroll down to right here on the screen where it says Register Your Works. And then you are going to log in. Now, you might need to create your login, you might need to just sign in if you already have one. I already have one, so I'm going to sign in now. This left sidebar is where you are focusing once you get logged in. If you are publishing a novel, then you are going to go under Register a Work, Standard Application. Let's get started. We are going to hit Start Registration, and the first step is deciding our type of work. If you are writing a novel, you have most likely written what is categorized as a literary work. There is information, it says, it's fiction, nonfiction, poetry, textbooks. There's information on it here if you're unsure. Once you are positive you are set, you're going to click this little thing right here that says you have read the work and hit continue. It is now time to put in the actual title of what you are publishing. So in this case, we're going to go to title type and put that we're writing title of the work being registered, the first option on there. The title of the work I am doing is Unbound. And now I'm putting my subtitle on here because you are supposed to type it in exactly how it's going to appear online. Because my cover, my actual page on KDP says a Magi novel, I am putting it in as Unbound, a Magi novel. And then you're going to hit save. When you hit save on the title, it's going to bring you back to the page you were just on, and along the bottom, you should see the information that you have going on here. So in this scenario, you see Unbound, a Magi novel, right as I typed it. That looks good. You're going to hit continue. From here, we are kind of just answering the questions. So this next one says, has this work been published? No, it has not yet. So year of completion is going to be 2024. And then I have not pre-registered my book, so I have nothing else I need to add on here. So we're going to hit continue. It's now time to put in your actual information as an author. So in this case, you have two options. You hit new if you've never done this before, or you hit add me. I already have all my information saved, so I just need to hit add me for these things. Once you have put it in for the first time, every time you come back and copyright your second, your third, you can just hit add me and it gets easier. It is going to ask you what part of the book you created. Now, this obviously depends on what part of the book you created. In my scenario, I created the text. I actually wrote the book. I didn't do the computer program. I didn't take photographs. I didn't create any of the artwork. I'm copywriting the actual text of the book. So I'm going to hit save. Once you and any co-authors have been added, you are going to hit continue, and now you are telling the page who owns the book, who has a claim to it. Now, it says right here, the author is the original copyright claimant. It is most likely you, so same as before, you can hit new or add me. If there is a different scenario, I'll be talking about that again in a second. After you put in who has a claim on the book, you're going to have this page come up that says limitations of claim. Now, if you are like me and you are the author of the book and you own it fully, there is no limitation to the claim. You're just going to hit continue because there's nothing that's going to stop your claim. There's nothing that's going to move the claim from one person to another. So that's kind of an extenuating circumstance. So I just hit continue. Right after limitation of claim, you are going to find a section that says right and permissions information, and it is optional. So I'm personally going to skip it because this is more so if somebody else can be contacted regarding the claim or the copyright. So it's information for a second person that doesn't necessarily own the copyright, but they have the ability to be contacted. Now, this next section is filling out your information. So this is the person the Copyright Office will contact if it has questions about this application. That is you, unless you are wanting somebody else to be contacted instead of you. They are now asking who they should mail the certificate to. Now, again, this is most likely going to be you. You are going to get an actual physical copyright certificate in the mail. And this certificate is going to come. It varies. I've heard people say it takes 2 weeks. I've heard people say it takes 2 months. In my experience, it has taken 3 to 5 weeks. If you ever get concerned, you can log onto your account on the copyright.gov site and you can access the information and you can see if your copyright is still pending, if it has already approved, etc. Special handling is optional, so if you have any sort of special handling you want done, fill this out. If not, continue. This last section before we review the information we have provided is certifying that you who are filing the copyright are the author. So you're going to hit this little thing saying I certify, and then you are going to simply type your name. So this is one of those parts where it can seem a little scary because you're signing a somewhat legal form and it says here, you can be fined, etc. It's fine. If you are the author, if you own the copyright, just fill it out. You are good to go. Now we're going to hit continue and it's going to review our information. Once you have finished reviewing and approving of everything on here, you are going to hit add to cart. Your copyright costs $65. It is a flat rate and your copyright lasts your entire lifetime plus 70 years. You never need to review your copyright. The exception to that is if you copyright another edition. So say you rewrite several chapters of your book and that's a second edition of the book, then you would have to come back here and file a new copyright because that is technically speaking a new written work because the actual written content is different. If you update the formatting, that does not count as being a new work because in that case, you're not changing the words. You're copyrighting the words here and the actual story. Once you hit add to cart, it's going to show your information. So I'm going to not show that and not flash my address, but I'll be back in a second. When you go to pay, it's going to take you to a different page. That's completely normal, nothing to panic about. You're just going to hit OK. There is some personal information on the screen. So for right now, I'm just going to say, when you finish putting in your payment information, you're going to go over here and hit continue. The final step is to upload the actual file you are planning on copywriting. So in this case, it is this PDF right here titled Unbound PDF. So I'm going to put that in. It's going to take a little bit to upload, and then when it is done, we're going to be able to actually submit it. If you want to do a physical copy, that is available as well, and you'll fill out this information here. I always just do the actual file because it's a bit easier. I forgot to hit this little button that says start upload, so I'm sitting there waiting for it to go through. Don't do what I did, hit start upload, and then click here to complete your submission after uploading all files. So I just have one file, so that's all I need to do. When you hit submit, it's going to pop up right here, claim submission completed, no further action required. At this point, you are done. You have successfully filed for the copyright of your novel. After hitting submit, you're going to receive an email confirmation letting you know, congratulations, they have received all of your files, all of your information. Now, all you need to do is wait. Good luck with filing for your copyright. Thank you for sticking around. And whatever time it is, whether it's morning, evening, or night, have a great day.